Hello friends, hope you're well. We've got a bit of an update today. I'm guessing we'll get the big March update next week, but we do have something to talk about. Yes, the old Toro got nerfed. We've got a new skin. Now, before we go into today's update, I'm just putting this at the start of the video. They've also just announced this new set, which will be a bundle, I assume similar to some of the other sets they've done, where you pay the price, you get the Raider coins, and the skin is sort of like a freebie in a sense. It's the Wasp Hunter, and this is quite interesting. So we've got the Wasp Hunter here, and as you can see, he's got a bit of a wasp head, very unique skin to Ark, and some different customization options. We've got yellow, blue, gray, and sort of like the current color. You can take off the chest pouch. You can have no outer helmet, no tech, and off. And you can also take off the mask, shoulder pad, sleeves, and wires. I'd love to know what you think about this skin. And now we'll talk about today's update. I'm going to guess this probably is going to launch alongside the upcoming big March update. So let's read through this now. So Update 1.20.0 is rolling out on all platforms. Please restart your game to download. So it's out now. We can check in the game in a second. We've got the Rawhide outfit. We've got 2 new haircuts, and the El Toro has received some balancing. This is an adjustment many of you requested. We have tuned the El Toro to address its DPS and effectiveness at range, especially when combined with a choke. We're also making some changes so it performs more like a weapon of its rarity, less versatile at lower upgrade levels, and more dependent on upgrades and mods. Most notably, fire rate and reload time have been reduced, which will make it more important to fully utilize positioning, cover, and timing to defeat your opponents. We'll of course continue to keep a close eye on this to see how it plays out in practice and make additional adjustments when needed. Thank you for your feedback and patience. So, the damage has been reduced 7.5 to 7 per pellet. So, I'm not sure how that's going to turn out in terms of pure damage. We can have a look in the firing range in a second. The base fire rate has been reduced from 43 to 38. The base dispersion increased from 4.5 to 6. So that's the spread. That can be improved with the shotgun choke. Before, it was just so good to use at many distances, and you could two-shot people pretty easily. Total reload time has been increased from 4.3 to 5.7 seconds. And it says the looping reload entry increased and the looping reload time has increased. Okay. And the damage loss from fall off increased as well. So it was 40% damage loss at distance, and now it's 50%. So that's an additional damage reduction at range again. And it says, fix an issue that would cause persistent audio from destroyed comets and fireballs. So that was that weird windy sound you would hear. Fix an issue where players could get pushed through the wall and stuck on the damn controlled axis. And that actually happened to me yesterday. That's funny. Fix missing collision issues near the east elevator and under pipes on spaceport. And unfortunately, reduced energy sale price from 1,000 to 200 coins. Energy clips have intentionally become a very profitable craft. So we're reducing the sale price to make value profitability in line with other crafts. Well, basically, they're saying you can't craft it to make profit now. So let's take a look at that first. In the past, this was a really good way to make some money. So if we go to the workbench now, we can see 1 advanced arc power cell and 2 batteries to make a stack of 5. So if we now go and get 1 advanced arc power cell and 2 batteries, in the past, you would make a lot of profit on this. So there's our 2 batteries. Now we need 1 advanced arc power cell. So now, obviously, this together is 1,140, and the 5 stack of energy is 1,000. So yes, you lose money for this craft now, which is pretty much in line with everything in the game. It was the one item that you could make a bunch of money. Now you lose money. Right, let's have a look at the El Toro then. So if we grab an El Toro 1, we'll go to the gunsmith. Let me just make a couple of Toros here. Right, we've got Toro 4, Toro 3, Toro 2, and Toro 1. We've also got the shotgun chokes. We're going to go test this. Fortunately, I wasn't expecting them to push out this nerf today, so we didn't get any before footage. So comparing is going to be sort of on how it feels, right? We're going to check the damage and the range. So what we're going to do is jump into the firing range and have a look at this. Now, bear in mind, we're going to need to do some real proper testing against PvP to really give this a go. So the main thing that's happened to the base Toro, right? And let me just get this up again as a quick reminder here. the base Toro has had its damage reduced, and also the dispersion increased, and the fire rate, right? And also the damage fall off, so how much damage you're doing at range. So this one is quite significant. If we can get really close and barrow stuff someone, this one's not going to matter as much. This is quite a big deal as well, but this can be improved with upgrades, right? The damage is going to stay the same no matter what, right? If we upgrade the Toro, the only thing that's going to happen is the fire rate increase. Either way, we're going to try and two-shot the light shield here. Got the target dummy. Let's get real close. The all pellets hit. There still seems to two-shot. There's 3 for a medium. And then let's check the heavy. Free for a heavy. Now, if we go to this community-made tool, arcraderscalc.com, in the past, it was a 2-shot for a body for light shield. It was a 2-shot for medium, and it was a 3-shot for heavy. So let me just test this again. Obviously, most people are running medium shields in Arc Raiders in PvP lobbies, right? So let's test this again. Yeah, that's a 3-shot. So that's a considerable nerf. Obviously, if you're at range now, you're going to get a lot more dispersion, which is probably best tested on this target here. Like I say, we don't have the previous dispersion values, unfortunately. I might be able to dig through some old videos to try and find it. But you can see just by zooming in, it definitely feels quite significant. Let's take a look at the Toro 4 fire rate first, just to have a little feel for that. So the base fire rate has been nerfed. So even though you upgrade the fire rate by turning it into a Toro 4, it's still going to fire slower overall. It's certainly noticeable, but not a massive difference when you fully upgraded it. And I mean, you could still, like, you know, fairly effectively. So that's fine. I think the damage thing is going to be the biggest deal. It's still going to shred light shields. It's going to be a little bit harder for medium shield. It still seems like a decent weapon, but I wonder if this is going to encourage more people to use the Volcano, which is absolutely an amazing shotgun. Now, the dispersion has been reduced as well, or increased rather. This is the no choke. This is shotgun choke 1. This is shotgun choke 2, and this is shotgun choke 3. We don't have anything to compare it to in this video, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to see if I have my old comparison somewhere, and maybe we can do a follow-up video there. I'm sure that's going to make a difference at longer range as well. It's going to be something that's a little bit harder to test. You know, when you've got damage fall off and dispersion, there's a lot of RNG involved in how many shots you're going to hit. But that's the Toro. A sizable nerf, especially to how it performs against medium shields. I think that's pretty decent. We're going to have to see how it does in pure PvP. Right, there's a couple of things to look at as well in the store. We've got the Rawhide set. That's weird. Does it have no customization or? Oh, here we go. Oh, it's not a bundle. It is not a bundle. That's why I got confused. It's not a set. It is just the skin itself. So this is with nothing. Looks somewhat familiar. I don't know. The base looks very similar somehow. Okay. And then the vest. The straps. Well, he's got a kind of cool little gauntlet thing, I suppose. Mask and a headgear. I could see some people running this. It's pretty basic. What I would love, you see these like the lower part here. Imagine combining that with the deep diver skin, wherever it is. God, there's so many stores. This one, like that with the pants in the top one would be pretty cool. Not gonna lie. We've also got 2 new haircuts. The curtain fade and also the low bun. Funnily enough, these are definitely like, you know, they're trying to get some more sort of female haircuts in, but this actually is pretty cool. Okay, nice. Let me know what you think about today's patch, and I see you all in the comments. Cheerio.